Hey guys, welcome back to the Club Chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is going to be a bit of an expansion on yesterday's episode around manifesting. You choose to be her. So for those that don't know, we're doing a 12 days at the club, giving you all the resources you need to skyrocket your results in 2026 and reach your goals. And honestly, we've been diving in on some topics and I've been loving it. And yesterday we dived in all about like how the universe presents you with challenges and the shadow work you need to do to reach the manifestations that you want to reach. And I wanted to expand on that a little bit about how you don't become her, you choose to become her. So you might have tuned into yesterday's episode. If you haven't, I probably would tune into that one first, come back to this. It would make way more sense. So definitely jump on that first. But yeah, for those that were here yesterday, you guys remember a bit of a recap. We talked about, the universe or God bringing you challenges and shadow work that you need to do to reach the goals that you want to reach, and how sometimes you can bring in the complete opposite of what you were wanting because you had to go through the work to then become the person who can hold your manifestation. And I wanted to expand on that, on about how you don't just become her, you choose to be her. What does that actually mean? So you might have heard me talk about yesterday about our Empire 2028 vision. And it's something that I've been reflecting on is like, okay, like going into 2026 now, like I said, like we've got the vision. I know in the next 3 years what I want my life to look like. And now I just got to break it into like 3 different years and what we have to achieve each year to get there. And then that's got me reflecting on what do I have to achieve this year to get started and get like a real good head start on the vision. And it just made me like reflect because, like I've got in there like the person that I have to become to be able to hold the vision. And the vision is big. It's a big, big hairy goal that we're trying to work towards. One that makes me nervous, which is what I wanted. So I know it's going to require a completely different version of myself. So I was having a bit of a think and I was like, well, I'm not just going to wake up one day and become the person that has achieved the 28 vision. So it just got me reflecting on like how sometimes we think like we have this goal and you guys will have this goal and this person you want to become. And you might have, since yesterday after doing your vision board and your goals and sitting and reviewing them all, you might be like, okay, I need to become this person. And then you go about your everyday life and you think, like just keep doing what I'm doing. And it's almost like we think we're just going to wake up one day and become that person. I'm so bad at this. I think like, I'm just going to wake up and be the person that has a 28 vision. And it's like, no, Chelsea, you actively have to do the work to become that person. You don't just wake up. Like no one that's done good things in life or big things in life has just like woken up and been that person. Like if we look at it like a celebrity aspect, like Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, I don't know, Taylor Swift, they don't just wake up one day and go, I'm Taylor Swift and I've sold this many records and like, no, they've actually had to do the work to become that person. You have to put in the reps. You don't just wake up as that. So that's another thing I had to learn last year and I'm bringing into this year is like, okay, if you want to become this person, you've sat on it for a year now. You're not just going to wake up magically and be like, okay, I'm this person. Like you actually have to put in the work and you're going to have imposter syndrome and it's going to be uncomfortable and you're going to have to work through so much shadow work and discomfort to become her. I feel like we've all got this sort of person in mind that we want to become, and you might like have a physical like inspo, like I'm not necessarily saying like I want to be Taylor Swift. Like someone's like, I'm not a good singer. I know that I'm never going to be Taylor Swift. But it doesn't mean that I can't embody the personality traits that maybe Taylor Swift has. And I'm just using that as an example. For me, I love Kim Kardashian. To me, is just like an awesome example of like staying calm, good leadership. She has really great self-leadership. Her in the last couple of years, like you can see the growth that she's gone through. She sets goals, big, big, hairy goals, and she always achieves them. She always challenges herself. And I just love that. So I don't necessarily want to be Kim Kardashian, but I think that she has a lot of traits and I'm like, they are awesome traits. And it doesn't have to be one person. You can pull from a few different people. And then also your own inspo as well of who you want to be. But I've got a few people and I've like created this like vision of myself in my head. Like I can see her. Like I can see in the next 3 years, like the version of me that I want to become. And then I could almost see the version of myself in like 10 to 15 years. And then like she has to drive you every single day. Once again, like if you're trying to manifest becoming this person, like you're going to be presented with so many challenges and lessons that you need to learn, and you have to be willing to work through them. And I can see how much this version of me loves her life in like the future. And I'm like, that's going to be me. It's going to be me. And I know the work that she's had to do to get there. And I could almost like paint a picture in my head. Like this is just one scene that I see. And it's going to be super trippy to me if that happens, like exactly that way. Yeah, life is weird with doing stuff like that. Like I can just see this vision and I just hope it happens in the future. But I know that becoming her is not just like I'm just going to wake up and be her. Like I have to put in the work. So I want you to sit with your goals and your manifestations and actually have a think about who's the person I actually have to become. And I know that I'm not going to just wake up and be her. Like what are the steps I have to take? Like break it down like a 2-year-old would be able to understand. Maybe not a 2-year-old. A 5-year-old would be able to understand the steps you have to take to become the person who can hold the goals, and then the goals will happen. It's less about reaching the goals and more about becoming the person who can reach those goals, and then it will just naturally happen. I want you to have a reflection now on your goals and then talk about the person that needs to become that. So like I've got like a full list of like, okay, the person I want to become, this is her morning routine. This is what she does during the day. These are her working hours. This is what time she goes to bed. This is how much she exercises and the exercise she does. This is how many kids she has and what they're like. This is what her partner's like. This is a car she drives. This is a house she lives in. Deep level stuff. Like go deep. This is the dog she has. These are the friends she has. Like go deep into exactly the person that you want to become who has reached all those goals. So maybe your goals is like getting, I don't know, a Range Rover, let's say. All right, who's the person that owns a Range Rover? That's who you have to become. So I want you to focus this year, and I just want you to just trust me. Trust me, because you'll get to your goals so much quicker and it's so much more exciting. Focus on who you have to become and the daily habits and the self-leadership, and then the goals will naturally happen. Don't just sit and wait until you wake up and reach your goal. If you want to be the fittest version of yourself in 2026. What does she look like? What does she have? What's her morning routine? What does she have for breakfast? What does she eat for lunch? What does she have for tea? What support does she have around her? What's her family situation like? What's her partner like? What job does she have? Like it goes into all of those areas, and then start doing it. Accept the imposter syndrome, accept that it's going to feel awkward and weird and it's going to be really uncomfortable and you're going to be presented with lots of challenges and lots of shadow work. And you're not really going to want to do it, but you know that doing it means you can reach your goals. And this comes back to how important are your goals to you? Are you really willing to do the work to become the person who can reach them? I might leave it at that because I feel like I got my message across. But once again, like I'd love to talk to you guys about this. Like send me through go on ChatGPT, say this is where I want to be in 12 months' time. Who do I need to become? And then dive in deep and be like, okay, what do they have for breakfast? What do they have? Blah, blah, blah. And then I've gone to the extreme of I've written a full life story about my person. Like I've made it like a storybook. So like I read it and I can feel it. And then if you want to go to the extremes that I go to, print it off, read it every single day, because having it fresh in your mind in the morning means that you're more than likely to keep to that standard every day rather than shoving it in the cupboard and not worrying about it. Print it, read it every day. And it all just comes back to how serious are you about becoming that person and the goals you want to reach. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Have some reflections, send me through. I really want to talk to you guys about this stuff. Please send it through to me. I could talk about this stuff all day. Yeah, I'm really excited to hear what you guys got from that. Enjoy the rest of your day and we'll see you tomorrow. See you, love you, bye.